Hey there, Ish. We're coming up now to, well, it's today's last day of October. We heard about this pine nut crop from China. First we heard it's a very, very large crop. Then we heard that it's maybe not such a big crop. Now we should be seeing the material come in and be able to maybe judge the size of the crop by the effect on prices. When is the new crop going to reach us?
Well, the 650 count pine nuts are coming in maybe first week of November, so we'll start to see them pretty soon. The 750 count, you know, the Korean and the Russian Siberian stuff will probably be a bit later. We expect it to be in maybe first couple of weeks of December.
Okay, all right. And how have prices been behaving?
Well, we've seen a softer price in the last couple of weeks, which is probably what wasn't expected. There was a Chinese holiday, we had Sial as well, so there was a bit of a squeeze on European stock, and we expect...
Usually for Sial they try and bull up the market.
We did see an attempt to do that, but there wasn't enough demand really to really create that kind of wave of interest. But I expect there to be, you know, there's a squeeze in European stock at the moment.
Okay, there's not much stuff. Right?
There's not much stuff. It's very hard to buy at the moment.
Right.
Quality stuff, because everything that's in Europe is now getting on to about 2 years old.
Okay,
people are starting people are starting to wait for new crop. They've got their eyes on that.
Right.
So I expect the cheapest price we'll see is probably in the next couple of weeks, going into middle of November. Going into December, I think, you know, new crop will be there and people's attention will start to turn towards Chinese New Year. Okay,
this is a big staging point for the market because a huge amount is consumed in shell in China. It's also the kind of financial end of year, so people like to settle their speculations, etc. So I think that's in February this year.
Yeah, middle of February.
Yeah, and then how do you see prices developing next year?
Well, people's attention is already turning to the 2015 crop. People don't expect it to be, you know, Origin doesn't expect it to be that big. So any inventory that's not sold come middle of 2015, I don't think there's going to be a huge pressure to sell it. Any inventory that can be carried forward to 2016, I think is fine. Speculators will be okay with that. They'll see a price late in 2015 or even middle of 2015 start to creep up.
Okay.
So I think they're pretty confident that they can hold on to it.
Okay, so maybe the current sort of pricing is a buying opportunity. What do you think?
I think in the next 2 weeks we'll probably see the cheapest price. As I said, going into December, when we understand how big the Russian crop is, when we understand how big the Chinese crop is, there's still, you know, a bit of uncertainty towards it. I think once we go into December, we'll see the price start to creep up with domestic demand going up.
Right. Okay. So you can almost see it as the point of greatest certainty we're reaching in about 3 or 4 weeks.
Absolutely.
Where we know what the crop is, and then the next thing is going to be back to uncertainty with the next crop and the demand for the Chinese New Year.
Absolutely. That's how the speculators are seeing it. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks very much.
Thanks.